back to KTR Videos. Today's tutorial is on another Num Nom for you, and one of our viewers asked us to draw the adorable caramel cream. So if you want to draw her along with me, then get your paper and pencil ready and let's get started. Alright guys, so to start off we're going to work on the eyes, and these eyes are closed and they're squinting, so they are going to be in the shape of bananas. So just draw what I'm drawing here, a little curved line here and then another one at the top. So if you look at it, it kind of looks like a banana. And then we're going to add the two eyelashes, one at the top and then one off to the side like that. Okay, and then the nose. The nose sits about, let me see here, from here, about here, so not too far from the eye. And Caramel Cream's nose is like an upside down triangle, but the points are rounded out. So kind of do what I'm doing here, like slightly curved line here, and then just go downward like this, making a upside down triangle. Alright, and then the other eye is about here, and this eye is also squinting. So we're going to make another banana-like shape. Just do it as best as you can, curve a little bit. And there's our little banana. And then we're going to add the eyelashes, which this one also has two. So like that. Now, the mouth is going to be a lot of fun here. Her tongue is actually licking her nose. So we are going to start this off by going ahead and erasing just the end of the nose, just a little bit, because the tip of her tongue is going to sit there. So let's go ahead and do that. And once you've done that, just draw a slight curve or semicircle in there, and that will be the very tip of her tongue. And then we'll just come downward to finish up her tongue, both sides. And now her mouth is slightly bean shaped. So you're gonna start over here about halfway, and you're just gonna curve around, and then a little bit on this side. It doesn't come out as much as on the other. And then finish up that oval here, and that's her mouth. Look how cute that looks. Okay. Now we're going to do the base. So if you watched the Connie Confetti video, I explained this to you by making a long cloud. Don't pay any attention to how perfect it looks compared to mine or anything like that. Just make a long cloud. Okay, the sides. We're going to take it about an inch from the eye, and you're going to draw a squiggly line. You'll see here in a moment, like this. Again, just a squiggly line going up that slightly curves at the top, and on this side as well. So squiggly line going up, up. Make sure you curve at the top just slightly. Okay, so there we go so far. Now we're going to start drawing the drippings of caramel. So I'm starting over here to make sure I line it up all right, because this one sits above that eye. So I'm going to loop over. And then this is the longest drip right here that I'm about to draw. It's the longest one and the thickest one. So it sits right above her nose. Okay, I'm gonna come up, loop again, and around. And don't worry if this part's not perfect, you guys. Just draw some caramel dripping in her face, that's all. Okay, now her ear. Her ear is a waffle cone type of ear. So we're just gonna come up and around, kind of like a little cloud sitting off of the side of her head, like that. Okay, and draw a little bit of a line there, and let's go ahead and add this ear too. So this one is bitten, so we're gonna come up a little bit, and then let's see, about here I think is where I'm gonna add the bite marks. So just add a couple bite marks. I'm gonna add 2 or 3, like that, and then finish up, coming around, and there we go. Let me fix that a little bit. There we go. Okay, now we are going to go ahead and work on the little caramel heap that sits on our head. So we're just gonna come up, kind of like a Hershey kiss is what we're making here. Come on this side, we're gonna start wide and get thinner as we go up, and we're going to end with a peak that looks like a wave. So come up and closer, and then curve up right there at the top to make that little peak. So it kind of looks like a Hershey kiss or a wave or something. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and draw a curved line right down here. This separates the drippings of caramel from the big blob that sits on her head. There we go. Okay guys, let's go ahead and connect these lines over here. Close this up a little bit, basically. There we go. Okay, now the inner ear. We are going to draw a cylinder, or half of a cylinder here. Kind of like that, there we go. And we are going to draw a bunch of diamonds or small squares all along the ear to make it look like it's a waffle cone. So do what I'm doing. I'm just making little diamonds. If you have trouble making diamonds, then make squares. It doesn't matter as long as you're adding some of that texture in there to make it look like a waffle cone. And you'll see better on the other ear. Go ahead and draw that inner ear first. Kind of looks like half of a hot dog. Like that. And I'm gonna add some little diamonds or squares, whatever you can do. And just kind of spread them out as I'm doing here. Okay, and once you are satisfied, then just stop. Okay, so this is it for the drawing portion of the video, guys. I hope you were able to draw caramel cream along with me. If you want to color her in as well, then grab your crayons, your colored pencils, or your markers, whatever you're going to be using today, and continue watching. Alright guys, today I will be using my colored pencils, and there might be some colors that you might not have on hand. If that's the case, don't worry. I'm going to name off other alternatives that you can use if you don't have the same ones that I have. Okay, so starting off, you will be needing a light brown, some kind of light brown. This is an orangish brown. If you don't have that, then just grab an orange. I will also be using cream. If you don't have that, then just pale yellow is fine. Pink for the tongue. Beige or tan. A darker brown if you have one, darker than the other. Okay guys, we're going to start off by taking our dark brown, and we are going to color in her eyes, her nose, her mouth, and that's it. So just her eyes, her nose, and her mouth. Do not color in her tongue because her tongue is not brown. And just color in nice and solid until you're happy. Okay, then you're going to take your pink and you're going to color in her tongue. It's like a light pink is what I have, but it doesn't really matter. Okay, then you're going to take your beige or your tan, whichever you're using, and we're going to trace this bottom portion of the ice cream, so this base here, our little cloud, as I called it. All right, now take your pale yellow or cream, and we're going to color it in completely. Now this is a really light color, so I might have to add a couple layers, but that's okay. All right, now take your tan or your beige again, and we're going to add some shade. Just along, this is actually not that complicated. It's just along the sides and the edges. Now off to the right and the left side, make sure it's a little bit thicker, and you can see that I made it a little bit thicker. Whereas on the top and the bottom, I just kind of traced along. So just kind of do what I'm doing here. Like that. Now we're going to use that same color, and we're going to add some squiggly lines to add some texture to make it look like it's ice cream. And I'm not really following any formula for this. I'm just adding squiggly lines. There we go. Okay, now take our beige, and we're going to trace the rest, or her face, I'm sorry. We're going to trace these two lines off to the side here, like that. And back to our dark brown now, we are going to trace the caramel drippings in her face. And this is just so I don't go over this when I'm coloring her face in. Okay, like that. Now take our light yellow or pale yellow or cream and color her face in completely. All right, come back to our beige or tan, and we're going to add a little bit of shadow on the sides. So it comes out about a ½ inch to an inch on each side. And maybe just a little bit along the bottom, just kind of tracing along if you'd like. Okay, now we're gonna add the little texture lines using the beige or the tan. Just add little squiggly marks, and that just makes it look like ice cream. I don't know about you guys, but I'm craving ice cream now. Okay, so now we're going to take our dark brown and we're gonna go ahead and trace the rest of this caramel here. And go ahead and trace your ears also while you're at it. The entire thing, the little diamonds and the inner ear, all of it. Let's go ahead and take our light brown that I told you to grab, and let's color in the entire bottom portion of the caramel that's dripping in her face. So again, this is not the dark brown, the light one. And now we're going to grab our orange. So if you have that orange, go ahead and add that. We're gonna mix these two colors because this orange and brown will kind of give us that golden caramel look. Like that. Okay, now take our dark brown, so now we're switching, and we're going to add some shadow by darkening up the edges like I'm doing. And I'm just adding a little bit here and there. Pause the video when you need to so you can kind of copy what I'm doing. But really, all I'm doing is darkening these edges. All right. Okay, now take our light brown again, and we're going to color the top portion. And once more, grab the orange and let's add a layer to that, and add as many layers as you need to. I know I always say that, but I do mean that. If you do it once and you're not happy with the color, then go and do it again. Okay, so once you've gotten the color you're happy with, get your dark brown. And we're gonna add some shadow again. So we're gonna make like a triangle right there at the top. That kind of makes it, gives it dimension to that little peak. We're gonna add some at the bottom. I'm making like a little ribbon effect, by the way, and then I just color it in. If you look at that, kind of curves these little shadows. Again, feel free to hit the pause button so that way you can kind of copy where I'm putting the shadow if you would like. The shadow is just nice because it adds dimension to your picture. Perfect, okay. Now we're going to take our light brown and we are going to color in the entire ear, the entire thing, the whole thing. Now take our orange and we're gonna color in the ear as well because it's kind of golden like the caramel. Now switch to your dark brown and let's color in the entire inner ear and color in the individual diamonds or squares that you drew in. And go ahead and darken up those edges with that dark brown as well to give it some dimension. There you go. Same thing on the other side. We're coloring it in with the light brown, then you're gonna switch over to the orange and color it in completely. And once you're done with that, then you're gonna switch to your dark brown and you're gonna color in the inner ear and all of the little diamonds. And you're going to darken up the edges of the ear as well to give it some dimension. Well guys, that's it for Caramel Cream. I hope you were able to draw her along with me. If you'd like, you can post your artwork up on our Facebook page so we can check it out too. And if there's another character you want us to work on, leave it down below in the comments section. And also, if you haven't yet, be sure to subscribe to our channel because I am not only making really fun toy videos for you, but I have a whole bunch of tutorials on different Shopkins and Noms. Well guys, until next time, bye! Thanks so much for watching. If you liked this video and want to see more like it, hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe. Also, don't forget to check out our Spanish channel.